So good day everyone. I'm John Paula de los Reyes, and now I will introduce or will do the activity about the laboratory number 1, which about the introduction to AWS IAM. So we have here the guideline for our activity, and first thing we will do is we're going to start the laboratory. Just wait for a while for the laboratory to start. So as you can see, it will prompt you to start lab, and it's indicate the laboratory status um, with says that it creation. So we'll just wait to formally start the laboratory. So we just need to wait. Let's wait for the few minutes because the process of the laboratory is still processing and creating. Let's try again. I think it will took a lot of time to start this laboratory for those who are using laptops and has low internet. So as a student, we have to get a um, good Wi-Fi. As we waiting to start the laboratory, so we have here the accessing the AWS Management Console, which we doing right now. So we start the laboratory to launch the lab. And as we start the lab, it will have a panel open display the lab status, which you see earlier. It has said it's creating, and the dialog must be start lab to open, and the notes will be the AWS region as we will need to refer to it later in our laboratory. So as you can see, the status must be ready, but in our situation, it's already its own processing or creating the laboratory. So as we as the wait, because it stopped, so I just started again. So as you can see, the laboratory status is all indicates ready. So we have to X based on the module guideline. At the top of this structure, choose AWS. So we will just click AWS, and then it will href us to another console. So we just go back to the module. This will open the AWS Management Console in a new browser tab. The system will automatically log in And arrange the AWS console tab so that it display alongside this instruction. In daily, you will be able to see both browser tab at the same time to make it easier to follow the labs tab. So they're allowing us to have um, two tabs, I guess. And then as you can see, the we have the two tabs and the console home for our laboratory. So in the AWS Management Console, we have here the Explore the User and um, the groups. So we'll just find it. I think it will be easier for us if we're going to tab it, not like this one. Oh, it will be easier if we're going to create like that. So we just select the menu bar, which in server, the IAM. So we just type IAM. As we click the IAM, we will see the navigator pan on the left side. So we're just going to use the user. So we have here is the based on the guideline, we have here the user 1, user 2, and user 3. So as we choose the user 1, this will bring the summary page for user 1. The permission tab will be displayed. So we will just click, I guess. We will just click or we just view the user. Notice that the user 1 does not have any permission. So we just click here and there's no not set. The permission is still not set. So we have to go to the navigator. We will go to groups, user groups. So as we choose the groups tab, user 1 also is not a member of any group. So let's see if user 1, there's no user 1 here. Also in another group, there's no user 1 as well in the third group. So we have to choose the security credential tab. Security credential tab. Mm, I think we have to search about the security credential tab. I think we're going to back user. So user credential tab. Oh, security credential. So in user 1, we have to assign the console password to user 1. Console password. So there is no console password here. So in navigation pane on the left side, we'll just click again the user and then or user group, sorry. And then the following group have already been created for us. So we have here, as we see, the EC2 admin, EC2 support, and S3 support. So as we choose the EC2 support, this will bring us to the page of EC2 report. So we open it. And as you can see, in based on the guideline, uh, it will be bring us to summarize the EC2 support. So it says choose the permission tab. Choose permission tab. And then as we click the permission tab in EC2, this group have managed policy associated with call Amazon EC2 read-only access. So you just need to allow or deny the permission. Or need to check the so we have here the Amazon EC2, which we click. And then we will just check if the effect says wherever allow or deny the permission and the action also as well as the source. Let's see version. Let's see details. So we have here the codes. And based on the guideline, we don't need to copy for the codes. So we will just go back to the user group, which is located in navigation pan on the left side. And we will choose S3 support group and then choose permission. As you can see, we have here Amazon S3 only access policy also attached here. As well as it, we have also the policy grant permission to get the list resource of Amazon. So we have here some of codes and we just click again to close the code. And again, we will go to the navigate of in the left side, which is the user group. And then now we will choose the admin group and then just the permission. And we have here the EC2 admin policy. Which indicate here the inline policy. Customer inline. And then also we have here the add to see the code. The code is the policy details where this policy grants permission to view describe information about Amazon EC2 and also the ability to start and stop the instances. So we will choose again the minus icon to hide the policy details. So the business scenario will be scenario for reminder of this log that we will work with the user and group to enable the permission, the supporting, and the following business scenario. So as you can see, we have here our table, which we also see to our user as we view the users and the groups and the permission. So um so the next thing we will do is we will go back to uh navigation pan and we'll choose the user, and then we will select the S3 support. So by this time we will choose the user tab, and then we're going to add the user. So by this support S3 support, we will select user 1 to add and to add as a user. So as you can see in the group S3 support, we added the user 1. And at the bottom of the screen, um, it says the user tab we choose is the user has been added to the group. And then the next thing we will do is um, we're going to navigation user group, and we will open the EC2 support group. And again, we will do the same thing, but at this time, the added user will be the user 2. So we just add user, click the user 2 and add users, and it will automatically add it to the group. And as well to the EC2 admin, we'll just add the user 3. We'll just go back to this navigation um, pan from our left side, and then click the EC2 admin to add user, and then we will just click the user 3 and add users, able to add the user in the group of EC2 admin. And then uh in the navigation pane of the left, choose user. Each group should now have one as user column for the number of user in each group. If you do not have one besides each group, revisit the advice instructor about to ensure that each user is assigned to the user group. As shown, the table is a business scenario. So in our case, we have 3 user, so we don't need to revisit our instruction able to ensure our user. So we just distribute each user that 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 requires to each group. So next we have here the sign in and test user. So we will go back to the dashboard. We have here the dashboard of IAM, and it has IAM user sign in link is displayed on the right. It will look similar to, wait, let's check for the, I think this is the user, I mean the URL. And based on the instruction, we just copy it, and then oh, okay. Okay, that's why. We have to go to new private window. So we just paste here the console as we copy it from our old tab. And then we will use the IAM username, user number 1, for our user account. And for our password, we have here the lab password 1. And based on our laboratory, it says that we have to go to the service menu and choose S3. So we're going to search us in S3. Click S3. Choose the name and bucket that exists in the account and browse the context. Since the user is part of S3 support group IAM, they have permission to view and this Amazon S3 bucket and the context. So the bucket does not contain any object based on our based on our as you can see. And then the second thing that uh we will search is the EC2. So based on the EC2, it has a navigation path wherein located in left side and choose instance. So based on the instance, you cannot see any instance. Instead, you see a message that states you are not authorized to perform this operation. So as you can see, it has a message in our laboratory console, which is EC2. And then after that, we're going to log out. You will now log out for user 1. So as the module said, we will now sign in as user 2 who has been hired as Amazon EC2 support person. Mommy. And then sign user 1 out of the AW Management Console by complete the following action. At the top of the screen, choose user 1, choose sign off. So we have here this one, user 1, and sign off or sign out. And again, we will just need to paste the IAM user sign in. Hmm. If you don't have the account of alias, we have to go back to our um laboratory. We just go back to our um, tab house because we forgot the um, account ID. Sorry for the delay. Go back to dashboard. I am dashboard. Uh, and then we just copy paste it again. So it will have automatically the account ID. And we'll just proceed to our next step, which is to um we have to sign in as a user number 2. So we just copy the um user name, and the password will be the love password 2 when signing. So as you can see, we will do the same thing. We'll go to the server menu and choose EC2. In this case, we will search for EC2. So in EC2, we have here the navigation path on the left side, well, which is it has instance. So we'll just go to instance. And it says the Amazon EC2 is instance is now available in this user too because you have read-only permission. However, you will not be able to make any chance to Amazon EC2 resource. So yeah, we just launch it, or we have the EC2, but we, as it said, that because we just read it, we we will not have able to make any chance to have Amazon EC2. Okay, we just try to the Veronica in case our location is incorrect. Oh yeah, we have the EC2 instance based on the requirements, because it said if you cannot see any Amazon EC2 instance, then your religion may be incorrect. So the notification is right. So we have the instance. So we have here instance, love host. Oh, so we have here the love host. We'll just select it. And it says the instant menu above selects stop instance. Select stop instance. I don't see any select stop instance in. Oops, I think I'm logging. Instance state. Okay. So we have to select it. Oh, based on it, because it's indicate here to stop the instant window, select stop. But based on the guideline, we will receive an error stating you are not authorized to perform this operation. So we will not be execute to stop the instance of the instance state. So it will still running. So next, we'll just search for S3, and it will say here, you will see the message you don't have permission to list buckets because user 2 does not have permission to access Amazon S3. Oh, sorry. Yeah, based on it, we cannot access the EC2, EC3, I mean S3. So we just go back to the guideline. So that in the for the instance, we have to log out the S user user 2, and we will do the same thing. We will just copy the code from our IAM URL and paste again to the private um, website. And it will automatically add the account ID. And again, we'll just copy the username, which is user3, and then the password, which is log password 3. By this time, we will search for EC2 in our service menu. We just type EC2, and in the navigation pane on the left side, we'll choose instance. And as EC2 administrator, we should now have permission to stop the Amazon EC2 instance. So we will have to edit. Um, I think we have to launch the instance. Able to stop the Okay, let's check the oops. I don't think we will do something about the launch. So we just go back to the dashboard of instance. Instance. We have to edit the instance. Says menu, choose the stop. In the stop instance, window is closed. Window closed the stop. This instance will enter the stop state, will be shut down. Okay. So as you can see, the instance is already stopped. And I guess the instance window choose to stop. The instance will enter stopping state and will shut down. So we need to go back to EC2 because, or user 2 because we have to shut down also the instance. But it said you are not authorized, so it's fine. It's fine though. We don't need to go back then. And then the select name instance name lab host. We have to state the menu choose stop instant. In the stop instant window, choose stop. The instant will enter the stopping state and will shut down. Close your private uh browser window. So we'll just close here. I don't think we need to shut down. And yeah, we have to end the laboratory based on the top of this page and then select yes. And a panel indicates that you may close this message box. Now lab results are terminating. So, and then select X in the top of the right corner to close the panel. And yeah, and that's all. Um, and that's all. Thank you for thank you for watching to our laboratory.